If you commit yourself to small, gradual changes, then there's no limit on how great you can become. More about that in a moment. Please, if you enjoy this episode, go ahead, feel free to share it on social media, send it to a friend, check out the website, beautifulpodcast.com, maybe sign up for a cognitive behavioral session with me, or join the Telegram group, and do anything you want to do. Let's begin.
This is a beautiful thought.
Welcome, beautiful creatures, beautiful thinkers, divine beings incarnated on the planet Earth to set upon a spiritual path and enjoy the lessons and the process of learning lessons. Welcome, beautiful thinkers. Today, I'd like to talk to you about a lifelong commitment to self-improvement. I remember many years ago, it must have been about 17 years ago, I have this distinct memory. I was ascending the staircase in my friend's home, and all of a sudden I came to this realization. I began on this path of self-improvement, so I'd started reading certain books. For example, Feel the Fear and Do It Anyway by Susan Jeffers. So one of the books which got me going along on my journey, starting to look at parts of myself and how I could be better as a communicator, how I could be more courageous, and many other aspects. And I started to realize, all right, so I've been studying this self-improvement stuff and I've been putting it into practice. And some of it is even working, like the results in my life are changing. I'm starting to have a better social life. Women are starting to find me more attractive, and other things starting to be more bold and moving forward, building confidence, performing in the theater, among other things. And in that moment, ascending the staircase, I thought, wow, if I keep doing this, if I merely keep doing this, implementing a few habits, a few perspectives, and continuing them throughout my life, I'm going to be great. Or things are going to be really good for me. Things are going to work out okay. And I sort of saw the future, I could say, as a little prophecy within my own head, because I could recognize the trend and see where it was going. And I saw that it was good. Now, everybody has the power today to engage in self-improvement. There are more resources than ever. If you have access to the internet, then you can do so many things. You can even pirate books if you can't afford them, and use them to increase your personal power. Personal Power, this is a good book. Tony Robbins. Awaken the Giant Within. That's another one that had a good effect on me. There's so many things you can do. And it really just takes those few little things. Like if you can commit yourself to being a little better every day, or perhaps improving some aspect of yourself every week, then you will be better in the long term, and things will get better for you socially, financially, spiritually, emotionally. All of these aspects of your life can be improved, and all it takes is this, what do they call it? Kaizen, I think is the term. Small incremental changes. If you notice something that could be better, you set yourself on changing that, then you will be better. You apply the effort, you will be better. I remember the words of my friend Sage. She was working as a sort of healer. She was working on nutrition and exercise coaching. And sometimes she would have people, even in a terminally ill state, if they had cancer or something like that, and she would tell them, well, maybe things are never going to be perfect. Maybe you'll never be at perfect health. That might be a reality, but you can always be a little bit better. And she would help people to be a little bit better and show them a path to a more fulfilling life, as long as they were willing to take those steps. So there is the theory element and there is the practice element. Reading this book, it's another book I recommend if you want to help people. The Skilled Helper by Jared Egan. And he has this quote, I don't know who he's quoting, but it's something about organized stagnation is always inferior to chaos that has potential. It's something, I'm getting that quote wrong, but it's something like that. So sometimes you need to introduce a little chaos into your life so you can begin to get better. And you don't always know what's going to happen because you've never been in that situation before, but new factors get introduced, but that gives you more information, and then you can go on and reflect on that and use that to become better and use that to expand your sphere of influence and help other people around you be happier and more fulfilled as well. And that's the kind of amazing stuff which is possible. I was also thinking about Benjamin Franklin. So he had this 13-week cycle. So he would look at 13 virtues and write them down in his journal, which is a wonderful practice, journaling, to reflect upon your day and think about the things that you did and what you could do better. So he would write down these 13 virtues, and he said, all right, 13 virtues, 13 weeks in a quarter. So for a single week, he had a certain discipline, a certain virtue, for example, discipline. So in that week, he would try to apply himself to becoming more disciplined. So he'd say, maybe he'd feel a bit lazy at some moment. I know I have this problem. And I asked myself the question, what would a disciplined person do at this time? Like when the alarm goes off for me to do my evening meditation and I'm playing video games, what would a disciplined person do in this situation, Kurt? And I'm like, all right, I would do what a disciplined person does. And I'll sit for those 15 minutes of meditation and calm the mind and allow wonder to enter. You can get better. You might never be perfect, but you can get better. And if you have a lifelong commitment to self-improvement, who knows where you will end up? The potential is limitless. Applying yourself every day or every week to improve yourself just a little bit. After 50 years, it's like a kind of compound interest. Every little bit, every little increase, every little increase in efficiency and kindness and all these other qualities, they all add up. And then they compound. And then, who knows what you will be. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you for applying yourself to create those little changes make all the difference in the long run. And thank you for thinking beautifully. I'll talk to you soon. Have a great day.
A beautiful thought.
Thanks for coming along. If you enjoyed this, remember you can get early access to more episodes. Go on beautifulpodcast.com and check out the link to the Patreon. Just $3 a month, and you can get access to months in advance of newer episodes. All right, check that out, beautifulpodcast.com. Have a great day.